Hello and welcome, my name is Victor and today I'm at Norrköping Disco Park and I'm going to talk about the new plastic that's just been released by Discmania. It's the new S-Line blend and it's been released with the FD, the DD3 and also the PD. Today we're going to talk about the plastic, how it feels in the hand, and I'm also going to talk about some people say that the new plastic makes the disc a bit more unstable. We're going to talk about that and see if that's true or not. So let's get right into the video. So we're going to start to talk about the plastic and how it feels in the hand. So the plastic, it's quite cold outside right now, so the plastic is a bit stiff, but still you can like bend it and so on, and yeah, the normal stuff, whatever you want to call it. But still you can get some nice grip with it, but I can even imagine that it's going to increase a lot with the warmth in the summer. But if you take this inside for a while, you're really going to feel that grip. Now when it's a bit cold, it's stiffer and it's loosened a bit of its grip. But I think the C-line is much more stiffer in the winter than the S-line, and I think it's going to also almost be like the same with Letter 2 with their optoplastic. That plastic is much more durable than the gold line plastic. I think it's going to be the same here, that the C-line plastic is going to be a more durable plastic than the S-line. The S-line is probably going to be much more beaten up faster, but still it's going to handle some tree hits and stuff, you know. If you're a disc golfer, you know you're going to hit some trees if you play like me. Yeah, but feeling wise, you have a nice grip. It's going to be even better in the summer with the warmth. I think the C-line plastic is going to be a bit more durable than this plastic. Let's carry on. We're going to talk about a lot of the understability of the disc, because that's like the main subject I think people are wondering about. So let's get over to that. So let's talk about like the plastic and if the new plastic is more unstable than the C-line plastic. And I think so, yes. Today I have also with me the Dark Rebel, which is the original FD mold. When Innova, which this is, and Discmania separated, the Discmania kept the disc name FD and PD and DD3, but Innova kept the mold for the FD and so on. So this is the original FD mold. They changed the name to Dark Rebel. So I wanted to compare these two to see if they were similar today with the new S-Line plastic. And what can I say? Similar in some scenarios, but I think the new FD in the S-Line plastic is a tiny bit more unstable than the Dark Rebel. I think like the Dark Rebel is right between the FD in the S-Line plastic and the FD in the C-Line plastic. So this is like small numbers we talk about here, but that's what I thought when I threw the disc today, because I also threw the FD in the C-line plastic. So tiny bit more stability to it than the FD in the S-line plastic, and tiny bit less stability than the FD in the C-line plastic. So quite interesting. But that can be nice. Instead of like beating an FD in a C-line plastic, you can get an FD in the C-line and a S-line plastic, and you have like two same disc with different flight characteristics. It was the easiest to see the instability in the FD compared to in the S-line compared to the C-line. But when we go up to when I went up to the DD3 in the S-line plastic, it still has some stability to it, but this flies a bit like my beat-in DD3 in the C-line plastic. So in headwind, in strong headwind, if you have a nice arm speed, this is probably going to flip and not find its way back. But today with the conditions, it had a really nice S-curve. I threw it flat, almost with a tiny baby hyzer, and it flipped up to flat, maybe drifted a bit to the right before it faded to the left. So I think one of my last shots with it was like 133 or 5 meters, and had a really nice flight to it. But I think in a strong headwind, this is gonna, and you have the arm speed, this is gonna flip on you. Yes. And the PD, also think that disc still has its stability. When I threw it on a hyzer, it slowly pushes up to almost flat before it fades. Never really fit over for me on that. I know that some of the pros, I think Casey White through the PD, and it also turned on in a bit. But it didn't do that for me today. But I also had a bit of a right to left tailwind, which maybe made the disc a bit more stable. But I think Casey White have a bit more arm speed than I do, sadly, for me. So that was it for this video about the new S-Line plastic with the FD, PD and the DD3. If you have any other questions about the disc or plastic, please let me know in the comment sections below. I'll try to answer your questions as soon as possible, as I always do. And if you want to see more pros for the new S-Line plastic, I think there's a video when Casey White are throwing the discs and Ella Hansen. So I'll try to link those two videos in the description below, so make sure to check them out if you want to see more flight of the new S-Line plastic and with the discs. And please subscribe to my channel and leave a like on this video. It helps out a lot, and I know that a lot of you guys that are watching are not subscribed to my channel, and you don't have to, but if you are really welcome to subscribe. So that's it for this video. I hope I see you in the next one. Peace.